Hello, students, and welcome to English class again. In this very class, we are going to be talking about interesting topics, especially topics about street signs and street maps and things that you should know as a street user, as a user of roads and streets, especially, talking about transportation. It is important for us to know street signs, what these signs are, some rules, and also to develop vocabulary about transportation and transport system generally. Today's topic is titled How Streetwise Are You? We are going to talk about that in a minute, but for now, let's go to our warm up. So, our warm up today is basically on the past simple passive. In the class before this one, we have learned about the past simple passive. And thank goodness it was something you just did some few hours ago, 2 hours ago or less. So, I'm going to leave this entirely to you to sort out. I want you to tell me what is the structure of the past simple passive? What are we adding to what? Are we adding to what to give the structure of the past simple passive? Also, when do we use the passive voice? Out of these four options here, there are two that do not belong. Okay, which two belong and which two doesn't belong? You tell us in the class and give reasons. Okay, first, what is the structure of the past simple passive? Then, when do we use the passive voice? One, when we want to give more importance to the object rather than the subject. Two, when time is not important. Three, when the subject is not important or we don't know it. Four, when we describe scientific processes. So which ones meet the criteria when we use the passive voice? And of course, what is the structure of the simple past simple passive? Okay, you have just 3 minutes to answer these questions, and I'll call you one after the other to give the answers and explain your point. Okay, like I said earlier, today we are going to be knowing how streetwise we are. How streetwise are you? By this statement, it means how much of the street do you know? And in this case, I'm talking about street signs. Every day in our cars or when we are walking by the road, we see street signs. Today we are going to be looking at some street signs. In case if we do not know what these street signs mean, let this class be our learning point where we are going to learn, where we are going to know about street signs and be able to know the importance and the function of different kinds of street signs. And most importantly, is going to test our knowledge about street signs. Okay, so let's jump right in. In this activity today, we will be doing reading exercise, group activities, and workbook exercises. So let's go on. Let's start. Now look at these street signs. How street wise are you? This is a question. So we have three basic signs here, or three simple signs here that have writings on them. I mean, that has writings on them. Usually some street signs just have pictures without writing. So sometimes for easy identification, some street signs have writing on them. This one says slow, student crossing. So this is to tell motorists and road users to slow because students are passing or students are crossing. This one also means the same with this. Okay, students are crossing, drivers should or road users to take note and slow down. This one also slow down, watch for children. So these signs, even though they have different pictures and different write up, they are still talking about the same thing. Okay, so think of the road signs near your school. Do they give you information or do they warn you of danger? What do street signs generally do? So let's discuss about it quickly. around our schools and around different places where we have been, when we see street light and street signs, do they give us information or do they warn us of danger? Which which does the street signs do? Okay, so let's discuss this for the next 2 minutes. So furthermore, we are going to do a reading now, and this reading is about street signs. What do you think these signs mean? Look at these signs. What do you think these signs mean? We have an apostrophe here in a red triangle. We have a comma here in a red triangle, and we have a yellow kite-like structure showing a car, and like a part of a rock falling. So, what do you think these signs mean? What do you think these signs mean? Okay, so we'll discuss about that in 2 minutes, then we'll come back, I give some information, then we'll move on. So tell me, what do you think these signs mean? Let's go. For the next 2 minutes, let's share ideas. Okay, so this sign is just a sign calling on attention of the road user. Whenever you see this sign, it means you should be careful and go slowly. Possibly there is a place up front in the road where there is an accident or where there's an obstruction. So this is a sign of attention. Now, this sign is usually given to show that there's a crossing, and in this case, is an animal crossing. So, probably in this place where this sign is, there are a lot of camels that cross from one side of the road to the other. So, this is a sign that shows that there is a camel crossing. Drivers should slow down. And this sign here shows that there is a potential hazard or potential accident where we have landslides or rock falls close to the road. So drivers should be careful when they're driving on this particular road here, to be careful not to be hit by falling rocks or falling material from this part. Usually, this is close to a place where you have high mountains or high grounds, and the road is just there. So all these signs are calling on the attention of the road users to take care and to take note and to ride easy. Okay, so let's go to the text that we are going to read for now. So the first work here is vocabulary work. Is vocabulary work. We have these words here. Read the definitions, then complete the collocations using the words in the word box. Okay, so read the definitions, then complete the collocations using the words in the box. So in the box, we have words such as parking, path, limit, bumps, one way, pedestrian, lights, entry. We have 8 words and we have 8 definitions here. We are supposed to write which of these means what. So, my suggestion is for us to pair up, because some of us, because of our age, we might not know much about this vocabulary, but I want us to study it out on our own. So in pairs, find a partner in pairs and do this exercise. I give you 5 minutes to do this exercise. After 5 minutes, we'll discuss about it as a class and do a correction. But it is good you try it on your own, because in that way you will learn better. So, one, you must stop when the light is red. What is being explained here is a traffic lights. So we'll strike out lights here, we've used lights. So what are the other answers? Two, drive slowly over these. Speed what? Three, you can't go down this street in a car. No what? 4. Only bikes, not cars are allowed here. Where is this place? Cycle, what? What's the other word? You can cross the road on foot here. What is this place called? Dash crossing. 6. You can only drive in one direction in this street. What is this called? What street is it? You can't leave your car here. No what? And lastly, you mustn't go faster than this. It's called speed something. So take 5 minutes, talk to your partner, and figure it out. I'll talk to you in 5 minutes to do the correction together. Let's go. Okay. So I believe that you've been able to do it. Let's sort it out together now. Number 2, drive slowly over this. It's called speed bumps. Number 3, you can't go down this street in a car. It is no entry. Number 4, only bikes, not cars, are allowed here. It's called cycle uh, path. Cycle path. Number 5, you can't cross the road on foot here. It is called pedestrian crossing. Number 6, you can only drive in one direction in this street. It is called one-way street. 7, you can't leave your car here. That means no parking. And lastly, you mustn't go faster than this. That is called speed limit. Okay, so I hope we all got it right, or at least we got the majority of it right. And the most important thing is for you to do the correction and remember what these words are, because this forms part of the vocabulary for using the road. It makes you more streetwise. Okay, remember the vocabularies. They are traffic lights, speed, drive slowly over this, speed bumps. 3, no entry. 5, cycle path. 4, cycle path. 5, pedestrian crossing. 6, you can only drive in one direction, one-way street. 7, you can't leave your car here, no parking. And 8, speed limit. Okay, so practice these words carefully. Let's go to the next exercise. So here we have more street signs, okay, road signs. Now, in your group, the pair work that you did to do the reading definition exercise just now, in the same group, I want you to work in that group. Draw signs for 5 of the warning in exercise 2. Here we have 8 different warnings, okay? Now I want you to draw street signs for 5 of those. Show your signs to another pair of students and ask them to guess what they are. Just draw the signs without writing any words, okay? Without writing any words, write and show it to another group and let them guess what signs you have drawn up. But make sure you're trying to explain 5 out of these definitions here, out of these words here, okay? Now you have exactly 7 minutes to do that. Come together in your pair, discuss, share ideas. Remember to use colors, because colors, grabs attention and makes what you're trying to say, or makes what you're trying to communicate, makes it visible. So use colors that will easily, appeal to the sense of sight. As you can see, these are examples of some street signs, and you can see that they are in colors that are quite visible. Okay, so take your time and start your work. Okay, now we'll move on. Design your own road sign and ask other students to guess what it is. Now, individually, just for fun, design a road a street sign or a road sign, and people will guess what it is. So here, these are just some street signs for fun. Here you can see a wizard saying you shall not pass. So probably you can just play with it and say there are wizards around here and they don't want people to pass. Or here we have giant bees that can carry people, so be careful. So these are just street signs for fun, for people to see and have a laugh. But sometimes, some people can see stuff that we can't see. So I can't say if really there has been a giant bee that has taken someone here before, but it sounds like fiction, doesn't it? So just make up a street sign for fun, or it can be something even innovative that we don't know about. Maybe we'll start using one of your signs that you create today for our roads if it is, you know, very useful enough. Okay, you have 3 minutes to draw up that one. The time starts now. All right. So now write the missing labels on the plan. There is a plan here. You can see a street, and you can see another street here. You can see this thing here. You can see these things here. You can see these things here. Okay, so what you have to do is to write the missing labels on this plan. What is the name of this? What is the name of this? What is the name of this? What is this called? What is this called? Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what are they called? Remember, from the definitions that we've done here, you are supposed to be able to write out the names of these missing parts here. You are supposed to be able to label them appropriately. So write the missing labels on the plan. Look at exercise 2 to help you. Look at a wonderful sign here, but this is not a street. You can even use this for a street or for a classroom. No face mask, no entry. In view of the pandemic that the whole world is suffering from now, and the importance of mask, yeah, you can put this sign uh, at the entrance of your room or classrooms or offices or anywhere. No face mask, no entry. You know the importance of face masks and how it's helping to prevent the spread of COVID 19. So put at the back of your mind, that is also a very important street sign or door sign that we should be using these days. Okay, so I want you to figure this out in the next 5 minutes, 1 minute for each, and I'm trusting that you should be able to finish it before then. Okay, so start now. All right, so last but not the least, we have to do this. It's another vocabulary work. Okay, it's another vocabulary work. We are going to complete this email, okay, using these words from the box here. We have the words are congestion, safer, main road, separate, pedestrians, solutions, pick up, suggestions, pollution, traffic. We are going to complete this email using these words to fill in the gaps or the blanks. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly read this email out to us, the incomplete email, and as I read, start working out where each word is going to be. Okay, so um, dear parents, thank you for the first one has been done, suggestions. So thank you for your suggestions concerning road safety around the school. I am pleased to tell you that we have considered a number of dash and that we now have a plan which we hope will make coming to and leaving school much safer. First, there will be a new exit which will be dash from the entrance on Garden Road. This means you will be able to drop off and dash your children without causing dash on Garden Road and dash jams on the main road. Second, the Pavement on each side of Garden Road will be for shared use. That is, both cyclists and dash will be able to use it. This will make it dash for children to cycle to school. Third, there will be two new bus stops, one on each side of the dash near the school entrance. This means that it will be easier for children to travel to school by bus. All these measures should help to reduce dash in the area around the school. Yours sincerely, A.M. Talbot, that's head teacher. So, this is the email from the head teacher to the parents telling them about the innovation done in order, or telling them about plans done in order to make the streets around the school safer. All right, so use the words to fill in these email, okay? Then after you're done, we will discuss about it and make corrections as appropriate. So good luck to you. Use the remaining time to do it. When you're done, submit it to me and we'll check it together.